It's Thursday, March 10th. Coming up live on The View. They're belting out the hottest topics on TV.
It doesn't matter, you sing like an angel.
From whether the judges' love fest on last night's Idol will have audiences crying for cow, to why Newt Gingrich says his love for America made him cheat on his cancer-stricken wife, and why 74,000 people want to be Charlie Sheen's intern.
Winning.
Plus, Battle Los Angeles star Michelle Rodriguez is revealing why she's ready to drop her guns and slip on some heels, and if she'll be part of the sequel to Avatar. Then, we went on a global grocery trip and brought back a worldwide harvest of foods that may help everything, from sicknesses to sexual problems, and one that'll even boost your brain power. All that, hot topics, and more, coming up live on The View.
Welcome to The View. Yeah. You know, let's go. In an interview with the Christian Broadcasting Network, Newt Gingrich says his love for America is partially to blame for his infidelities, saying that his passion for this country led him to work so hard that, quote, things happened in my life that were not appropriate.
So when he'd come home with lipstick on his collar, the wife would say, that is so patriotic.
I think, okay,
so is that a flag in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me?
He also went on and said that he has found, he's been compelled to seek God's forgiveness. And now God has forgiven him, and he regrets, you know, what he's talking about is he's on his third marriage. He divorced second wife when she was in the hospital with cancer. But, you know, in the final analysis, what it's about is how much does your personal life matter if you're a good leader? You know, we've had this, you know, with other people. Does it matter?
But it's mostly his party that's more judgmental on that point.
True. Look, I think if we separate it from politics for a second, because we've had, clearly, politicians we've seen with this issue, right? But I don't think that any profession is exempt from this, right? Male or female.
No,
and I think
pigginess is bipartisan.
But we talk about all the time about how a career or something else can take precedence over your marriage, and I think infidelity is complex. You know, you don't know why a man would go out and cheat.
It's not just the infidelity. It's the fact that she had cancer when he told her. He went to the hospital and told her he wants a divorce while she's undergoing cancer therapy.
That's what people are looking at. Let's look on both sides of the aisle. We've seen it on the other side, too, right?
But we're talking about him right now.
But when you're running for president, people are like, I absolutely believe God, maybe, yes, he has forgiven you, but you can't be president. People are looking at the sum, because I think people look at the sum total of your life. Yeah, I might forgive you, but I'm looking at the fact that you may have, as a president, you have a problem keeping commitments. You don't stay in stuff. I don't want you as a president
walking away from a commitment. What else is off limits if you're going to be president?
I might not want you if you. I don't know. I'm looking at an integrity
Sherry, you
factor.
often will you forgive, like Michael Vick. You say that
Michael Vick is not my president. I might not have voted for Michael Vick. Michael Vick plays in the football.
We're talking about redemption.
We're talking about somebody who I think is going to lead my country.
Do you think Bill Clinton was a good president?
Bill Clinton was already president. If he was running and I knew this before, I might not have voted for him.
Might not or would not have.
But I'm saying he was already president.
But the truth of the matter with Bill Clinton is Bill Clinton, it was already known that Bill Clinton had some infidelities, and people voted for him anyway, and he turned out to be a rather good president.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I'm hurt, Sherry, that you would not vote for somebody who might have had a drug past. Because if I wanted to run, I feel that you would not vote for me now.
But, you know, it's very interesting about that. Well, a drug pass is not going to affect me like infidelity might affect me as a voter. Personally.
A little personal.
Everything is personal when you vote.
Sherry,
Yes, Barbara.
you had
Well,
said...
I'm a human. It gets personal.
You had said that the reason you wouldn't do this is that as president he wouldn't keep his commitments. You know, we have seen presidents, and I am what I want to say. You know, Barack Obama did not keep his commitment to closing down Guantanamo. Wait, let me finish. Okay. That does not mean that he's a good or a bad president. Not every president keeps...
I will answer that, Barbara.
No, let me finish my... Before you answer, let me say something.
Okay.
I forgot what I was going to say. No, so the point is, what you were saying is because he couldn't keep his commitment to his wife, he cannot keep his commitments to the country. The larger question, again, is what we're talking about, is your personal life, that is your romances, your marriages and so forth, is that enough to keep you from being a congressman, a senator, or a president?
Absolutely, and I disagree with you because you're saying what you thought I was saying. I'm looking at, when I have to figure out who do I want to lead my country, I'm looking at all of that, and I think a lot of people are. Sure. And I say, so looking at that...
But what about forgiveness?
That's what I said. Yes, I can forgive you, but it's like if you're a doctor and you've done a bunch of botched surgeries, you can still be a doctor. I don't want you operating on me.
But you know what? To that point, a lot of doctors, you don't know that they were terrible. A lot of people in politics, you don't know
like
their
you
history.
Said, you don't know, but when you're trying to decide if I'm going to go and vote for this person, you're looking at a lot of things. Okay. So you brought up President Obama. He's in office now. I looked at a lot of stuff with Obama.
Pat Buchanan said this morning, which was right. When you start laughing at the candidate, which this has become a point of derision against Gingrich, it's all over for him.
I'd also make the argument that it could be over for the entire Republican Party in this next election. I think maybe they should consider saving their cash and wait until 2016, if I may so boldly put that out there.
But by the way, people laugh at Sarah Palin. That doesn't make her less effective to many people. But, you know, Gingrich, by the way, has not yet announced he's having an exploratory committee. You should be on his exploratory committee.
By the way, there's another factoid. Do you know that Julianne Moore is playing Sarah Palin in the HBO movie Game Change? That's interesting.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so, moving on from very strange to kind of interesting. If you did not catch American Idol last night, we're going to save you some time today because here's the entire show in a nutshell. Take a look.
Okay. Pure passion, pure music. I can't even judge it. That's how good you are, man.
I like seeing you move. I don't think we've seen you move. I'd actually like to see more of that and more of what you can do in that area. But it doesn't matter. You sing like an angel.
I love it. Don't change it. Don't change it. I love it. You brought flavor tonight that no one else has done. You brought another little something, and I adore you for that.
The talent is unbelievable this year. We're so lucky. I mean, so blessed. Wait a minute. We kind of chose the talent. So I guess we did a good job.
It was like American affirmation last night. I can't even take it.
It was three Paula sitting up at the table.
I thought that you guys said this was a great...
No, I didn't say that. I said I didn't think it would do it without Simon.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
So what can we say? You all.
Well, because you all did say this was one of the best years that American Idol has done. That's what, yes, when it first started, yes, you did, Sherry. I would hate to have to pull that tape up on you.
You got to pull the tape. I want to bet some money on that.
Oh, yeah.
I said after Simon left, I didn't think it was going to be as good.
You know, the point is that everybody was so, I love you, you're done, you're not very good, but I love you. And Simon is missed. Do you know yesterday?
That's right.
Yeah. You remember yesterday when we were talking about The Bachelor and we said that they always have to have one bitch. Yeah. You have to have one person who's a little nasty to make it interesting.
But why?
But I don't think it was nasty.
That's what people like is that you know, fiction.
He had the tendency to be nasty, Barbara. He knew, but we like Simon because he told the truth.
Whatever it was, he was still nasty.
But I think
it wasn't a love fest. We don't want everybody to be. We want a little fiction. If we agreed on everything here, which has never happened,
we'd be like another show. Another show.
You know, I love it. This is wonderful. They're great. I love it.
But I thought that they had people last night that they did not think were very good. And as far as I read, there were several people that they were saying, you know, you didn't bring what you needed to bring. I thought that was going on. See, I don't watch the show, so I don't know.
In fairness to the contestants, though, there needs to be an element of constructive criticism. This is a chance for them to sharpen and hone a skill, which they have.
I don't really know music very well, so I would rely on Simon to give another point of view. So, you know, even if it was done in a snarky manner, I didn't really need that, but at least you could say, oh, maybe it did sound like Celine Dion on medication.
So you're saying, that none of this was accurate last night?
Well, I'm not sure.
I don't know if I wouldn't say it wasn't accurate. I think, you know, nobody stands out the way Simon stands out. Simon said a lot of what people really were sitting in their living rooms thinking.
So I'm asking you, did you watch it?
I did not see it.
Did you see it last
They're
night?
actually, I'm
I've
going
seen
to
some of
miss.
it. Yeah.
Did you think that the people they were praising were undeserving of the praise?
Well, I can't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Did you like what you heard?
Yes, I did, but I don't have a trained ear.
Beyond that, the people who Bill Getty saw it, but Bill is alone every night all by himself. Poor Bill. Wait till I hear from Bill. But what he was saying was, it was boring. And the reason that it was boring is that you didn't have a Simon, you didn't have anything that was, you say truthful, other people say snarky.
Do you think that the panel just wants to be loved and liked?
I think it's always
I don't think that.
I think they should let Steven Tyler just say it. Just say it, Steven. I think he's so
If
great.
we cared about being liked and loved by the audience, we would not be so opinionated, I don't think.
We've not been on the air for 14
Every time you
years.
give an opinion on television, people hate you for it. Some people and some people
That's
love you.
because opinions are like... Never mind. Everybody's got one. We'll be right back with more Hot Topics.
Okay. It's like when you
Four-year-old Suri Cruz has recently been snapped by the paparazzi sucking on her pacifier. Now, some people fear she's a little too long in the tooth for a binky.
5 years old, she's long in the tooth.
She's long in the... I think they were trying to be humorous when they wrote that. But she's about to be 5, and people are saying, hey, why has she still got a binky in her mouth?
Well, we were talking in the makeup room about how she also wears stilettos. So there could be like a new show, Binkies and Stilettos, produced by Roman Polanski. I thought that would be...
I think it's a good show. Taylor.
Thank you, boy.
You're very welcome.
I was with you till you got the Roman Polanski.
Over the years, I must say, I am your best. I'm your best friend. Even when you tell a terrible joke, I laugh, I applaud.
I know. Well, they didn't hear it. Do you want to hear it again?
No.
I think they heard it.
We'll play it for them later on the weekend.
It's a part. Your first thought is, so what if she uses a pacifier? You know, it's like sucking your thumb. I think I sucked my thumb until I was 22 or something.
And you know why they
I had
say
to wear braces for stuff.
Barbara, you know what doctors say when you suck your thumb when you're an adult? What they told me in the NICU for Jeffrey? That when you take the binky away too soon, people self-soothe in other ways. They suck their thumb, they bite on their fingernails, and they can't stop. You've taken it away too soon.
Taylor still has his binky. He's about 3 and a half.
So what they say, what the doctors say is that the reason that they shouldn't have a pacifier is that it is unhealthy. You get germs from it. That the child is used to putting things in the mouth, and it interrupts the child's sleep. I mean, you know,
Can't we have the binky?
Have a pacifier.
Can't have a hamburger. Can't have a beer. Can't have a binky. Damn.
I have been watching my daughter. She doesn't give it. He's only a week and a half old.
The child is a week and a half.
My grandson is a week and a half old.
They come out of my womb and I pop the binky right in there.
But the kid wants to suck so badly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Binky.
my daughter is his binky. She's breastfeeding. That kid, she said to me one day she had him on there for 4 hours, not realizing that he was not eating anymore.
He just
was
liked it.
They would have sucked so bad. I remember taking a nap next to the baby.
They want
They
it.
all of a sudden, my baby was sucking my nose.
When you have
suck
it
anything.
because I let Jeffrey, the binky left at 4, is the longer you let them have the binky, the harder it is to get rid of it. That's the problem.
Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes are loving parents.
Yeah.
And if they want their child to have a binky or wear stilettos, who are they hurting? Good for them, and we should not be picking on them.
They hurt me a little girl.
You think she's going to have to get braces?
Scientology. I was reading that the religion, Scientology, says laissez-faire, let them do what they want. It's a total
I don't know
demand.
if that's laissez-faire. I think that sometimes, you know, there are certain things that little kids recognize when they go to school. They say, oh, nobody else has a binky. And they start to make that transition, and it's a lot easier on them because it's, and on you, I think. So, you know, people... yes.
It's difficult when you go to school and the teacher has a binky.
It wasn't that hard for me. Wasn't that hard because I had a binky.
It's a male teacher.
You have to get braces. That's how
sitting on
she's gonna
mine.
get braces.
Anyway,
braces anyway.
Speaking of braces, Charlie Sheen is on the hunt for... I thought that was a good transition. Speaking of braces. Speaking of braces. Charlie Sheen is on the hunt for a social media intern for his web show, Sheen's Corner. And so far, he's only gotten 74,000 applications. Now, why do you think so many people want to work for him? Could it be what Bill says?
Yeah, these male, this is both male and female. Yeah, tell them what Bill says.
Well, I believe Bill said that he felt that a lot of guys were, you know, sort of living vicariously through Charlie because he's got a gazillion dollars. He does what he wants to. He has prostitutes. He's doing what he does his thing the way he wants to do, and he's not dealing. He doesn't care what the consequences of other people's opinions are.
But how many tiger blood runs can you make? I mean.
But I think I don't disagree with that. But I also think there's a lot of people.
That's too.
There are a lot of people who want to watch this train wreck, and there are a lot of people who are applying because they want to be as close as the train wreck as they possibly can. You'll be able to write a book. They love celebrities. You can write a book. You can give interviews. You can be on talk shows and talk about exactly when you were close to Charlie.
Not if he has him sign a non-disclosure. You know, I think there's going to be a lot of money coming in aside from this suit. But there's a possible branding opportunity. There's sponsorships. He's got a Twitter account with
Isaiah to be interns for him, or Grace.
You know, I mean, it's so irrelevant, that question. I really, it's like
the answer is no.
But you know, all of this business that's come out in recent days about the fact that he's mentally ill. And we were talking earlier today about Britney Spears when she shaved off her head and her father...
Her hair, not her head, Barbara.
There's Marie Antoinette, wasn't it?
Shaved off her... Yes, well, I have my own problems. When she shaved off her hair. And there was a California statute, 5150, that said when an individual who was considered by a medical profession to be a danger to himself or others, and she was committed by... her father. And so there are people who are saying, and she redeemed herself, and I think she has visitation rights with her children. But there was a time when she was committed to a mental institution, and some people are saying, why not Charlie? With Charlie, we are laughing. And
but
with
Barbara,
Charlie, we are...
It's kind of hard to the ages, Barbara. She's 21, he's 45 years old.
I mean, it's kind of hard to say no to a man who's 43.
And also, remember that the reason that they took that extra step was because she had locked herself in a room with her babies and would not come out and give custody over to her husband. So there were many things. I think that people are not absolutely sure that Charlie is absolutely out there.
Yeah, some people think this is just he knows exactly what he's doing.
Exactly.
You know, so it remains to be seen, because we're not going to stop talking about this. I have a funny feeling.
No.
And, you know, tomorrow we've got a woman here who wrote a controversial book about leaving her husband and 2 young kids behind to work in Japan for 6 months. Once she got back, she decided she didn't really want to be married anymore, and she really didn't want to be a full-time mom. Now, this is something that I think a lot of women struggle with when they do leave their children. Like, I left my kid a lot. I mean, she was, you know, because you sort of figure, oh, I'm supposed to do this. But I knew, for myself anyway, that if I hadn't taken the opportunities as they were offered at the time, that they probably wouldn't come around again. So that's how I dealt with it. How did you deal with it?
I still have guilt. You and I have talked about it. I wasn't away that much, but I was away a lot, and I was traveling all over the world. And you see a great many people today who are doing the same thing, women are. But there was another issue, and that is she didn't want children. Right. She said from the beginning, I don't want children. And her husband said, I do, and I will take care of them.
He said, you only have to pitch in a little bit.
But from the very beginning, she didn't want children. She said she had no maternal feeling at all. If you have no maternal feeling at all, you shouldn't have children.
Because there's a distance. I mean, you have the revelation that she had when she went away that all of a sudden, oh my goodness, I really don't want to be a mother. And then there's a reality. Guess what? You are. So you have to either, this seems like a very intelligent woman who's able to fine-tune a skill, learn how to be a good mom, or figure it out.
We don't know that she was a bad, we don't know that she was a bad mother.
She didn't want to be one.
No,
and
but
she did figure out how to be a good one.
She's a better mom now.
Would we be having this conversation if it was a man who had to go away? No, we would not. So,
but a man who, a man who had to go away and do his job, or a man who said, I don't want to be a father.
It happens
That's
every
different.
day. Women have children, whether the man wants it or not. Very often that happens.
Yeah. She did have an interesting way. She did sort of figure out how she could optimize her time with the kids and be.
She said
in
she's
her
a
mind,
better
good
mother now to her kids than she would have been.
We can ask her tomorrow when she's here because it's a really interesting story. And when we go, we're coming back because we have more hot topics.
Really?
A study by the National Sleep Foundation found that using smartphones, computers, and video games before bed can ruin your night's sleep, and that 95% of us use them before going to bed. Do you guys?
How many times? Because
it's always on.
You don't. It's always
and you're
on.
checking
sleeping?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
and you hear it. Yes, this is during the night.
I sent Bill Getty a text at 5 in the morning. Something came to me, and I said, I'm going to forget it. So I woke up, texted him, and I fell asleep, so I didn't text him the entire time. He answers me back at the same time, and he's like, I've been thinking about this. I can't figure out what you're trying to say. So neither of us got any sleep.
God.
Right. No, and this is, I think a lot, like,
I
violate where I'll send by 11 o'clock, I kind of get a second wind when the kids have been asleep and I've, done the stuff that I need to do around the house. So all of a sudden, 11:30, I'm firing off emails for work. And then I think it creates an expectation on the other end that someone has to actually get back to me, and I don't need that. I just need to get it out of my mind.
In my day, we had gadgets that put you to sleep.
Yeah, but now the stuff, it keeps
And
you
we have
up.
other gadgets.
What is with this audience today? What is wrong with you? It's not me. I'm sorry.
I'm doing my best to help you.
Let me ask you, do you guys keep it on?
Anything. You don't have.
No, I have them,
What do you
but
have?
they're. No worries. So where are your gadgets?
I have to
Where
put
your
it far away
Mine is right next to my
Bluetooth,
pillow.
is it?
If I do that,
My Brazil
I
draw.
tweet too.
Don't give me any pity laughing. It's okay.
But I tweet late at night,
Right.
so I keep it right
Where's
back
yours,
home.
Barbara? Where do you keep your blue,
I keep my
whatever the thing,
BlackBerry in my bedroom, but only, because just in case it's urgent, but I don't hear it and I don't answer it.
Yeah.
And if I do get up, I will,
check
email
it?
someone, but I don't expect
See,
it.
after
of the night. That's
6:30,
crazy.
after 7, really, at my house, I don't check anything. I don't look at it. If I get an idea for something, if I don't have a phone number, I'll email somebody. But
You're very hard for me to get in touch with.
yes.
Not just me. Not just me. Speaking of getting in touch, can I just say that next week I'm going to be in London, so if I'm not on at all and you don't see me, it's not because they tried to throw me off the air.
I'll email you what happens on The Bachelor.
Like there was Kate and Prince William.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing that we also need to let you all know. Before we leave right now, Harry Connick was on with us a couple of days ago, and he wanted us to clear something up. He said when he was here the other day, and he sees that it wasn't something he should have said. So this is the note he's asked us to read. When asked what I thought about Esperanza Spalding's winning for the Grammy for Best New Artist, I answered that Justin Bieber should have won. In hindsight, I realized my response shouldn't have been a roundabout commentary on the music industry. A simple congratulations to my fellow jazz artists is what I should have offered. I've since spoken with Esperanza and made my position clear to her. She was most understanding and incredibly gracious. My sincerest good wishes are with her, and I wish her continued success.
Okay.
And we will be right back with Michelle Rodriguez.
In the new movie, Battle Los Angeles, as a soldier fighting off an army of evil ETs. Take a look.
You guys need another gun. 3 o'clock, come on. Up on the bridge, Santos, up on the bridge. Incoming!
Aim for the leader!
Woo! Hell take all the room you want.
What the hell is that thing?
Please welcome back Michelle Rodriguez.
You guys are all here.
Hi. Yeah, we're awesome. How are you?
My pleasure.
We're all here for you, Michelle. Hi, guys. It's an intense film, right? I mean, it's about these aliens that are attacking the world, and you are this lone female soldier in a squadron of men.
Yeah.
It's incredible, and for it, everyone should know, you went through what? Was it 3 weeks of boot camp training?
Hardcore boot camp training.
What was it like?
Sit-ups, push-ups every day from 5 to 5 because I didn't, stay with the boys there. I didn't want to, stare at their, because they take showers together and stuff. Right. So I went home at night.
But you did go home
and
at night.
they had to eat rations 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Like army rations, carb-infested army rations.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Really nasty tasting carbon rations.
I heard some of them passed out, some of the actors.
Yeah, well, yeah, there were a couple of incidents of throwing up and, because the workouts are intense and it's 110
Whatever the workout
degrees.
did, you look great.
Yeah, you're in
Thank
good
you.
shape, baby.
Gotta tell you.
Yeah,
Push-ups and stuff.
taking guns apart, putting them back together, learning how to, tactical entry and exit, communicating.
You and how
with
many
people.
men?
About, it was about 15 boys.
But
yeah.
this is not a woman who's a stranger to working hard, especially at something physical, too. I remember for your first role, you had to go through intensive boxing training to the
6
point
months.
where they wanted you to be a professional boxer.
25 pounds of muscle I gained for that. That was
But
gnarly.
this is what's
Dedication.
this is what's so sexy about you, Michelle. You and everything. You were in these action films. You were wonderful in Avatar when we saw you in that. You were just it's so freaking sexy because you play very strong women in everything that you do, and you even said that you love doing action films because playing weak women annoy the hell out of you. Please explain that.
Sorry about that.
No.
There are different types of women, and and it's a beautiful thing. You can explore strength in many aspects of being a woman. You can explore strength in being the Cleopatra, who uses her sexual energy to acquire everything she needs to. Then you got the mother who loves unconditionally. Like for me, I like the warrior princess. I like to kick butt and take names.
By the way, they killed you in Avatar, didn't they?
Yeah. But you know what? Jim always says, you never die in a sci-fi movie.
But I also read just the opposite of what Sherry said, that you said that you were tired of playing the action, that you wanted to play different kinds of roles, maybe gentler or, I don't know, more ladylike.
Explore dimension.
Yes.
That's my whole thing. Because everybody, I think that every human being has a balance between masculinity and femininity. And I just think that we should become a little bit more intelligent.
But
with
are they
films like
offering you those
Inception,
different-
you prove that people are ready for that. You know what I
But
mean?
everybody knows that you're terrific in the action films. Are they offering you the other kinds of parts, too?
Well, I've said no so many times to so many things that are different. They just stop sending them to me after a while.
Maybe you gotta what do you like in real life? Are you like your action film? Are you tough like that?
No, I'm a teddy bear.
You are.
I am a sweetheart.
So that'll be good for you to explore that part of yourself.
It would be nice.
But you're writing something now, are you not? Have you written yourself into it, or are you just writing
I had
the
to
piece?
get money to actually make it.
You're writing a movie?
Yeah. Well, I've been wanting to be a writer since I got into the business. That's what I did it for, really.
Are you an action person in the movie?
No, actually, I'm not. This is sex, drugs, and rock and roll in New York City.
Tell me something. This movie is about aliens. So, do you believe in aliens?
I believe in the possibility. I mean, scientifically, we only know 4% of the 100 that exists. Right. So, like, if you have 96% of existence that you know nothing about, how can you close the door to life in other dimensions?
And there's many more galaxies out there, they say, and it's just not.
But even here, like resonating on a different, different light scale. I mean,
I just hope they're not pissed.
Yeah, I doubt that. I think that's a human trait.
I think so, too.
I think it's just a human thing, you know what I mean?
Well, you know, your
go ahead, Jeff.
Your co-star, Aaron Eckhart, he never broke character the entire time you were shooting. How is that to work with an actor like that doesn't break character?
I didn't meet him till we did a MySpace promo, and he happens to be a really nice guy.
Yes.
But he was really, like, intense as Sergeant Nance.
You
through
didn't
the
meet
entire...
him when you were doing the movie?
No.
In the movie, you didn't meet him?
I met him as Sergeant Nance.
Oh.
He was
So you
always
never met
Sergeant.
Always the same.
No, I didn't meet Aaron until
You have
after.
to be reintroduced to him later.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was kind of cool to see him softer and, like, not so matter-of-fact.
Do you work like that, Michelle? Do you stay in character your whole time, or can you get
heck
out?
no. You say cut, I'm done.
Pretty fierce, if so. You know, Michelle, we're so glad you're here. Great role for you here. We want to thank Michelle Rodriguez for being here. Battle Los Angeles opens tomorrow, and we come back, food cures from around the world.
The View would like to thank Keebler for providing our entire studio audience with their delicious Keebler Fudge Stripes cookies. Their rich chocolatey fudge makes every bite uncommonly good. And Apple & Eve for providing them with a bottle of their delicious 100% pure juice.
A trip to the grocery store may save you a trip to the doctor, so pay attention as we take a trip around the world to find foods that can keep the doctor away with Dr. Lindsay Duncan. Hello and welcome, Dr. Duncan. Okay, now traditionally, we usually take medicine when we are feeling badly or we take medicine when we think that there's something wrong. But you say that we should look towards just common foods, you know, to find a cure for our medical, or, you know, if we're feeling bad.
Yep, most of our medicine comes from food. It comes from plants and herbs.
Okay.
And people in America have got to start looking at food as their medicine. 1,000 years ago, there wasn't an EMS or an emergency room to go to. The local healers had to use food and had to use plants.
But they're killing the rainforest where all this good stuff is. That's tragic.
But there's still plenty of it out there. We haven't discovered 1%.
Okay.
Good.
Well, let's start. Let's see. What kind of tour are you taking us on?
Okay, we're going to start in West Africa.
Okay.
And we're going to look for the
I got some cousins over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to look for the yohimbe tree.
Yohimbe
And the
tree.
yohimbe tree, what you want is you want the yohimbe bark, and it's been used as an aphrodisiac and to heal.
Oh, this is a sex drink right
this
here.
is a sex drink. And yeah, exactly. Oh! You look marvelous.
Doctor, kiss me.
It has protein, it has lecithin, it has vitamin E.
I love it.
It feeds the
What's this?
It feeds the reproductive system.
This is in a bottle.
Yohimbe.
Okay.
Love it.
You can get this in any health food store in the U.S. Yes. Moving right along.
All right. I like the horny table, though, I got to tell you.
We can come back to that. Okay. Now we're going to go. Now we're going to travel down into South America, and we're going to go along the bodies of water, and we're going to find algae. And this is so important. Yes. And what people don't know is that fish is really high in DHA, omega-3 fatty acid. Everybody knows that it's good for you. But where does the fish get its DHA from?
The fish store?
From algae.
The fish
from
store?
algae. From algae. And moms know that they don't want to give their children a lot of fish because of the potential for mercury and lead contamination.
Yes.
So the smart nutritionists and the smart doctors are saying go around the fish, go to algae. And so, but algae doesn't taste good, but there's now companies that are putting DHA infused inside foods. Now,
this is cheddar cheese.
It's cheese with DHA.
Taste it.
Yeah, you can't. You have salsa with DHA. My favorite pick is a product that you can get. Well, that's going to take.
I mean, I'll taste it, but I'd rather have a sex drink.
Why don't you taste this?
That's me. I'll do this.
Well, what's
This is
right
orange
here.
juice.
Yeah, you don't want to taste that. You don't want to taste. This is orange juice. It's available.
This looks like my hair before the keratin treatments.
Okay, so this has algae in the orange juice?
This has a serving of algae that equivalent to a 1.5 fish.
It tastes good.
It's just orange juice.
No, it has DHA in it.
Where do you get that?
You get that at Walmart.
So it's algae. It's
only
orange juice
available,
with algae.
and you get this. It's literally $5 a bottle.
Let's keep on on our tour. Come on, Joy. Let's stay on we're staying on our trip. What's this?
Now we're going to stay in South America. We're going to the Incan civilization where they use golden berries. Golden berries are so high in vitamin C. They're high in fiber. They're high in protein, and it's a preventative. So it's good for the immune system. Try these. It's like sour.
Does this taste, before I do this?
How much of this do you need for it to make a difference?
I eat about 2 handfuls a day.
Oh, wow.
It's sour. It's sour.
No, they're not bad.
No. They're tart. They're really tart.
It's okay.
You put it on your yogurt. You put it on your cereal. You guys are tough.
And what's that supposed to do? That golden berry?
Golden berry is a preventative.
Okay, now this looks really like the inside of someone's stomach.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we've traveled.
What is this?
Now we've traveled down to Southeast Asia. We're in Thailand. Okay.
We're in Thailand.
We're in Thailand. And this is the durian fruit. The durian fruit fights a fever. It's amazing for fever. It's also, you can live, you can sustain life on this.
She wants that.
The golden berry. You take some?
Well, you know my golden berry.
All right, so this, if you have a fever.
This is amazing for a fever. Now,
it smells funny.
Oh, gosh, it's disgusting. It smells rotten.
This is called...
It smells rotten.
It's called the smelly foot fruit. Yeah! Oh. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Wash it down with that. Okay. This fruit is actually not allowed in hospitals, and it's not allowed in hotels. It smells so bad. Only less than 1% of the U.S. population will ever consume durian. You can get it in the Asian market in any downtown.
Oh, my gosh. All right, what's this right here?
The next one, you're not going to like this one either. This is a 2,000-year history healing fruit. It's called the noni fruit. It looks like a hand grenade. It has 100...
Noni juice.
Yeah.
The noni juice.
And here's the problem with noni juice. Many people mix too much other fruit juices with noni. Noni should be taken pure, 100% pure, in a glass bottle.
What does it do?
Noni is incredible for the liver, purification of the blood. It also is good for the joints.
Can't they put it in a pill or something? Why do we have to drink this?
Well, oh, look, yeah. Get this one. You can get the noni at a health food store. If you want your age spots to go away or liver spots, you put the noni on a Q-tip, put it on the liver spot. 2 to 3 months, liver spot's gone.
Well, that's good. That's valuable.
That's good.
Little Q-tip.
Let's keep going.
Last but not least is parsley. Now, people put parsley on their meal as a garnish. It's not a garnish.
Nobody eats parsley.
What does it do?
Yes, you should. Parsley is now so now we're in Europe, and we have parsley on our dish. And parsley is so important because it fights bladder infections.
Yeah.
It is a laxative.
But it's good. I use it in lasagna. It's good in the food, but not just to eat it like that.
But you know, yes. You know what it's
you're supposed to eat it like this?
Originally, it's used to clean the breath after a meal. Well, guess what? It cleans the mouth. It cleans the throat. It cleans the stomach. It cleans the liver.
And how much of this are you supposed to be taking?
Just what you took right there is perfect.
It's good to clean your breath. That's
good. It cleans everything. It's a purifier.
Is it a laxative also?
If you eat enough of it, it is a slight laxative.
I love this. This is great. Thank you. For more information on anything we just talked about, check out our website. And we want to remind viewers to consult their doctors if they have a medical problem and to ask them about the risks and benefits of any drugs or herbs they're considering. We'll be right back. If you're horny.
Increasing your sexuality. These are going to increase my brain function. You don't even want to come close.
I don't even want to know anything except this.
To my worst enemy is getting this in the mail. That is disgusting.
You know, if you like garlic, this is what you want to chew right after because it does clear your palate.
Okay, it may not clear your palate, but no one will talk to you. Take it a little time to enjoy the view.